Hi everyone, this is Miss Amy here to do another fun art project together. Today we're going to do this colorful sunset wave picture. So let's get your supplies together to work on this project. First you'll need just some plain white paper, drawing paper is fine, a pencil and an eraser, a black Sharpie, and your markers. That's all we need today for this project. So let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to go ahead and put our picture, and we're going to do it in landscape direction in front of us. The wave fits much better this direction, so we're going to do that. So this wave today is somewhat of a abstract feel to it. It's not totally realistic, but what I wanted to show you what you could do is by using lines you can create movement in your artwork. So as you can see, these lines that I created, slightly curved lines throughout the wave, makes it look like it's moving on my paper. And then I also used a nice contrast between, I used all cool colors for my wave and I used warm colors for my sunset. So I have that contrast, which makes my wave kind of pop out too. So we're going to go ahead and get started by drawing our wave first. So what I do is about kind of right here on my paper. So I find the center, probably slide over just a little bit, and I'm just going to make a curved line that goes up and all the way over to the end of my paper. Then I'm going to, where I started with that, I'm going to take it and curve it up off the top of my paper. So our wave is so big that it doesn't even fit on all of our paper, so we just see part of that wave. Alright, so then I'm going to create my ocean in the background. So right about just a little bit above this part of my wave, I'm going to just draw like a little curved line that comes up and a little hook, comes back down, up, and a little hook, kind of a point there, curve back down, and then curve off. And that also creates some movement in my water there in the ocean past where the wave is. So then I'm going to create my sun. So my sun is setting, so I'm just going to draw a curved line right above the water there, the edge of the water. And you can adjust it, erase what you don't need, those lines, till you get it just how you want. There we go. And then for the sky, I'm actually going to create some layers because I want to add my colors in layers. And I have 5 different colors, so I'm going to add 4 lines to create those different spaces, and I'm not going to do them straight across the sky. I'm just going to lightly put them, make curved lines to still create some of that movement, but I'm not going to do them all the same. I'm going to do them just a little bit different, just to create a little bit of variety. And one more up here. There we go. That's going to look so cool. Alright, and then on my wave, what I'm going to do with my lines is I want to create lots of movement, and so I don't want to draw all the same direction or all the same size of lines, but they're all going to be a little bit curved. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start doing some lines. So I'm going to do one, maybe stop it here like that. Do another one, maybe come around, and this one's gonna go all the way here. Then I might start a line right here and just go up like this, and another line here. So you're kind of you're going in the direction of the wave, but your lines aren't all going to look the same. You want a variety of lines, but they're all going pretty much the same direction, following that shape of that wave. And this will just make it look, they'll create movement and some interest because it's not all the exact same. And it looks so cool that way. So I might draw another line here. That one might go all the way, and this one might only go partial. And this one might go this way. There we go. I start that one there. And then this one might go this way. So you have quite a variety of lines in your wave. Now, I am going to take a black Sharpie now, and I'm going to trace only my water lines. The reason is I don't want to trace the ones in the sky because they're in my background and I don't want them to be so noticeable. I want to focus on my wave, and I want my wave kind of to pop off my paper. So I'm going to use a black outline for all my water part of my picture only. So I'm going to trace all my water lines with my black Sharpie. And I just think that will make your wave be the spotlight of your picture today rather than the sky. The sky is just the background, not the star of your picture. And just carefully trace over your pencil lines. If you don't get exactly on your pencil lines, we can erase those when we're done. It's so cool, all the different things that you can create with line, just by how you draw your lines. Alright, so I missed a couple of my pencil lines, so I'm just going to take my eraser and clean that up a bit so that I have a nice clean area to color inside of with my markers. Alright, so I think I'm going to go ahead and start with my background first. See how it makes the wave pop out and your background is just kind of subtly in the background there, not as quite as noticeable. I love how that looks. So I'm glad I didn't trace those lines. So what I'm going to do what I did for my markers is I picked out several different shades of blue. Now, if you only have limited supply of markers, you could use some purples, blues, and even some greens in your water. Those are all cool colors. And then I picked out yellows, oranges, and reds for my background or my sky, which are warmer colors. So I'm going to, you just use what you have available to you, and so I'm going to do it this way. And I'm going to start with my lightest color of yellow and color in that sun. Now with markers, you want to make sure that you're not pushing down super hard. You're just lightly allowing that color to come out. They will work a lot better and last a lot longer if you do it gently there with your markers. And now my next color of yellow, which is slightly darker. So I'm just going to kind of outline my sun just a little bit. And then I'm going to color that next section of sky. So each section of sky is going to be my next. I put them in order from lightest to darkest, starting with my yellows. And I'm just going to gradually go up. So the darkest color will be at the top of my sky. And the lightest colors will be near my sun. And I'm coloring in the direction of the horizon following the going across my paper that way. We want to color in the direction that we drew the lines. So we want to make sure that we do that. And this is my next kind of a yellow-orange color. Here, let me move some things out of the way so that you can see it better. There we go. You just want to make sure that you fill in all your papers so that you don't have any white paper showing through. Now I have some markers that are running dry, so I will do my best to fill this in. There we go. All right, now my next orange. This is like my regular orange color. I have a big pack of markers, so I have lots of shades of orange and lots of shades of yellow. So that works. But if you only have yellow, orange, and red, you could actually just do yellow, orange, and red, or you could mix them together. Like you could mix yellow and orange together to get a yellow-orange. Or a red and orange together to get red-orange. If you have limited markers, you could do that. You could also do this with crayons. If you have more crayons and more selection of color with crayons, you could definitely use crayons the same way. I would still outline it in with a Sharpie. Use your Sharpie to outline and then color it in with crayons instead. That would work just fine. And here's my red-orange next. I'm just turning my paper a little sideways so I find it easier to color that way. Sometimes I even turn my paper all the way around upside down to color in if it's hard to reach. Ah, this marker's running dry a little bit. Try to get as much color out of this as I can. There we go. All right, and then my last color is regular red. I'm going to put that up here in this part. All right, now to do the wave. So I picked out, I think I have like 6 colors here, different blues and kind of bluish greens, aqua colors. As I said, you could use purples or some regular greens too, that would be fine. So I usually try to start, actually this is probably my darkest color. So what I'm going to do is use all these colors in my water, but I'm going to try to not have them quite next to each other. I'm going to do my best not to have the same color right next to each other. So I'm going to add just a few dark, and I'm going to imagine where my darkest colors might be and just kind of do them throughout. With this one, it really doesn't matter a whole lot. I just don't want two the same blues next to each other. So I'm going to do this a little bit here. We'll do this one right here, this color too. Kind of randomly, depending on how many blues you have. I usually do 2 or 3 sections with the same color. And I'm going to end up with my lightest blue here where it kind of resembles the light reflecting on that. So that's going to be my lightest color that I use right next to my sun. So let's see, I might have enough blue here to do one more little section. There we go. Put this away. And then my next blue. So let's see. Oh yeah. Oh, this is even a little darker. Cap was misleading. It's kind of a purplish blue there. That's a really pretty color. So I'm going to go ahead and put several, 2 or 3 sections of this color. And I'm coloring in the direction, all the same direction with my water. It's just going to have a nicer look in that movement. You're going to keep that same feel of the movement. It's like it's all moving in the same direction. So if you start coloring crosswise, you're going to lose that look of that movement. So you want to make sure that you're coloring all in the same direction when you color. Let's see. I think I have a few more colors. I might be able to do one more in this color. See how I have them separated? I'm trying not to do the same section next to each other, the same color. All right, go on to my next color, which is this lighter blue here. And I think I'm going to put this one right here. That's a similar color, but you can still see a difference in it. So there. How about this one right here? This is a good one. Those are pretty close. Boy, those caps are misleading as far as the marker colors. So I think I'm only going to do 2 in this color. I'm going to go ahead and go to my next blue. And, ooh, that's a pretty turquoise blue. Color in several sections, leaving my last section there for my lightest color that I have here. And maybe this section here. I'm only going to do 2 sections with this color because I still have 2 more colors to go. So we're going to grab this one here, and I'm going to do this one underneath here. They're very close in color too, but they're off just enough to give some variety. Making sure I color in that direction of my lines. And I think I'll color here, and then I have 2 left for my very last color. Okay, so this is my lightest color. So I'm going to go ahead and do the water that's right by the sun. I'm going to do it in this lighter color. It's a pretty ocean color. Color all that in. I have one more spot on my wave to fill in. This looks so cool. There we go. There we have it. A beautiful sunset wave picture. So thank you for joining me for this project today. I always love to see your artwork, so feel free to send me a picture of your finished project. All right, have a wonderful day. Thank you. Bye-bye.